Hello there. Welcome to Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk, the sequel to Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Yes, the title's a mouthful. Join me on this little mini adventure. This is a continuation. I wanted to play because I saw it before I even played the first game, and it looked interesting. It looked just as interesting as the first one, if not more so. It looks more polished from what I've seen. Let's jump in, and let's do this. We're English, I think. I think we're English. This game contains flashing images and touches on heavy topics. Take care. Right, okay, we know the drill. We know the drill. We can escape. There's a save menu, actually. Was there a save one at the first? I don't know if there was. But this is different. Already. An animation, you say? Counting the steps. This might be the first game, but like, animated out maybe. Yes. I didn't know we were a little girl. I thought, well then again, it makes sense because we came home to mum, didn't we? And there was the O, I think. You can do it. Hello, can I? There's been little text throughout this, and I've missed it, I think. This is cool. It won't take much time. What do you see? Looking up at the night sky. The first one was good. I mean, maybe not visually, but it got the point across, you know? Here we go. So that was just a little intro sequence. Right, okay, let's jump in. Let's do this. I like that. That was pretty cool. See, this looks a bit more familiar. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mum told me to go to bed. So we were seeing... I know in the last one we were seeing monsters and stuff in the store. But she was okay with that for some reason. They weren't scary to her. But these seem a little bit more scary when she's at home, if I do say so. I walk past the kitchen on my way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. Ah ha ha! That's so silly. That's not quite the right laugh for the situation, I don't think. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure of that. You don't seem so sure of that. Yeah, so she's living with a lot of mental issues, it seems like. In the last one, it mentioned that her father had died. And ever since then, she's been suffering, I think. Maybe before then, I don't really know. I break into a run and dash towards the door, the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now, don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers. But then I suddenly realise that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thoughts when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. What do we see? As expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today, sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back, nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf, in a store, or on my table in my mum's kitchen. On the table in my mum's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Milk. I wonder what, the connection to milk is. That's strange to me. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. Hello there. This looks like Mother to me. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and enjoy its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp, like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hands until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all the pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arms. I don't feel anything other than barely discernible crawling under my skin, and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. Then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time. But why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need... A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Oh, say it. I'll never drink milk again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. What a horrible creature. Injecting its fingers into my arms. And doing much worse, by the sounds of that description. Okay, I'm liking the art style. I think it's pretty cool. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mum told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror, with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favourite time of day. What was that bang? I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left. And now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Oh, that's a lot of pills right there. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it. To twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside of you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder, and the capsule pops. Sticky bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill. The same blood red colour. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy. But it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. Okay. So, she wants a different kind of sleep. That just doesn't sound good, really. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach isn't hurting anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mum. She'll scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder, who's going to be my conversation partner? Well, in the last game, we had like some kind of guidance, which was the player, kind of, but then she was also speaking to the player later on as well. So it was like there was 3 characters there, in a way, which confused me a little bit. But it kind of, you know, makes sense. In a really weird way. Right, okay. Oh, we're back. We're back. The guidance, man. Right, okay. Hey, we can't name ourselves Milkman this time. Which is disappointing. I'm the Milkman. Hey, long time no see. Right, okay. It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. We don't want to be mean. I don't like being mean. There's no point. So, we will try and be nice. You know you're only supposed to meet me once per day, right? I don't want to call her a dummy. Okay. We've got a grim voice. How do you do a grim voice? Right, okay. Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, and exhaustion. Basically, nothing I can't handle by myself. After all, now I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Aren't you even a bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? Is it like a split personality thing? Is that what's happening here? Right, okay. I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I am doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you? You can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. I can only imagine how angry you are right now. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple of hours ago? I don't even know what you mean. Okay, they're all stop lying. Nuh-uh. I still don't understand. Whatever. Unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic snotty girl for a long time. See, we're being mean again. But this, if this is her, she's talking to herself, technically. So she's just, like, beating herself up in a way. Right. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see. Yeah. Am I really pathetic? Say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin and then falling onto my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, and then we'll decide what to do with you. I don't know what a grim voice sounds like. Grim. Just like... apathetic, maybe? I don't know. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me. Trying not to drown in their giggling. But then, me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile. Bares her teeth at me. Isn't there a thing where, like, if you stare at your own reflection for long enough, your face starts, like, contorting in weird ways, but it's just because of the way the brain works? I was reading something about that recently, I think. Not that I'd ever tried, because it sounds quite scary. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped, even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind, 2 squared by 2 squared, a square, squared, a square, pyramid, squared, a pyramidal structure, cubed, a pyramidal structure, hypercubed. Okay, I think I just skipped one without noticing because I was confused by all the words just then. Right, okay, but my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, but you can keep blaming... Oh, fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure to be able to change something after all. I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you want to know how challenging it was. And we're back here again, by the pills. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Whatever, it was your decision. Does it even matter? What do you think? I can't be sure about anything. And you don't take me seriously anyway. Then why did you do it? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. Just drink your medicine already, or I'll stop talking to you. No, don't abandon me. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood in transparent coating travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you so much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. Just chilling. We're just chilling. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. I see. What was the noise just then? There was a noise. Okay. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. That's fine, you do you. But it's also kind of like your own thoughts are intruding your mind right now. That's the impression it's giving me. We will stay silent because she wants to be silent. And that passes the time. Right, okay, we're looking up. We see lights. Looks like an aircon. Loads of notes on the walls. Some plants, maybe? Right, okay. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and then lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. A swarm of thoughts. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling over the ceiling in their own accord, forming a whimsical pattern. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. And nothing is happening. It's just, that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough, I hate you. Okay, I'm guessing that didn't work. Okay, so this is the room, it looks like her bedroom. Loads of stuff all over the place. I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. I'll start over. No way. Unstable behaviour makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? I don't know. Should it? No. A lot of people act like this. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone if you have a reason for that. You did have a reason, didn't you? You'll surely get better, believe me. And now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all the fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. She doesn't want us to stay silent. Forget about them and go to bed. So we can't stay silent, really, I don't think. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts, or else. I glance around the room. There are too many places for creatures as small as fireflies to hide here. They can be anywhere. What was that noise? There was like a watery sound before that deafening rumble. Okay. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised you'd talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know better than anyone else, because you're in my head. That's the thing, I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? Oh dear. Maybe we should not have pried. This looks like outside. Looks like plants. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? Did he bring milk? I wonder if I tear out my eyelashes, one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder if I tear out my eyelashes, one after another, my eyelashes, one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes, one after another. What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. That was confusing, I don't understand that. What happened just then? We asked her what she was thinking when she was lying on the floor, and then it kind of did something that she ended up outside, like she jumped off the balcony, maybe. I stand in the middle of my room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Which is gasping for air, because you just tried to strangle yourself by the looks of things. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea to where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, 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 and no. If I make even the smallest messes here, I feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places, and that's that. Why? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't, and I won't. Alright then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just have to look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about those things you use so regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. You want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I start panicking as soon as I get multiple choice situations, so... I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you really want that to happen? You're such a handful. Do what you want. I go to the middle of the room and then I look around. Where would I hide if I was a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from this pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls from underneath my sweater. Wowee. There's smoke coming from your clothes. Whatever. A needle firefly. It looks more like a giant mosquito, I'm not gonna lie. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly drifts up circles around my head for a bit and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. Hehe. Tickles. One down, let's look for the others. Yeah. Okay, so she's collecting her thoughts, basically. In the form of fireflies entering her brain. Okay. Right, so what? We can click stuff now. There's a radio here. There's a radio here. There's a radio here. Ominous. That changes that one. Maybe they all change. Wait. No, I'm not going to click any of them because I feel like they're useless. Okay, what's this? Are these cartons of milk or are they medicine packages? I don't know. but it won't let me click on them. For some reason. Okay. Right, toothbrush. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it. A small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. Okay, so that was a big fat no-no. Right, okay, let's go the opposite. We'll go to this thing over here. I look up towards a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You're the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yeah, but... they became fireflies afterwards. Cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I'll pretend to. Right, okay, so this is a big no-go. That's a big no-go. Medicine. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to talk about it. I don't... What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. Yeah, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Of course not. It was what saved me. Well, that's reasonable. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment these words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns, pills rain down from it along with them. A firefly. Hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Right, okay, so we've found one. We're still going to look at this stuff. Right, I've got a cupboard here. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally, and I'm definitely not worried. Not even a little bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even 1,000th of a percent. That's how much I don't care. Okay, I'm not going to say anything, because that's my only choice. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no you don't. Then act normal. Right, okay. Alright, so we've done that. We've checked the sink, we've checked this, we've checked the trash. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you there. Right, okay, so we've checked that. There's notes here. Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take without any trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you knew them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, is it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing, it's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mum. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, the firefly appears from under one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off in a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey. Let's continue searching. My businesslike ears. Right, okay, we've got some plants here that we could see from the ground before. Right, insects enjoy pollinating flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf and sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard. And death. You know these plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. I think that's quite the opposite, really, isn't it, though? Dead plants? Insects? Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know? Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Yes, we don't want to move anything. It's fine. It can stay. It can stay. I mean, they look nice when they're just drawn, I suppose, but they are growing everywhere. There's an alarm clock here. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues. Its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold my arms to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart. Whatever, I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine, you have a clock right in front of you though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices in the back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My god, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. You've been talking to yourself for half an hour? Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Right, okay, so the clock was a no-go. Some things just describe further what she's going through, I think. It's not easy to get out of here. Right, okay. What is this? That's the radio. Right, okay. Then we've got a computer, some drawers, a sleeping bag, a fan. Oh god, we've got loads of stuff to check. Right, okay. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing else here. Did we check the vent? We did just check the vent. Right, okay. We'll check the laptop. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my days in front of the screen, games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modelling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this, you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything comfortable for living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, you're the hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. What else do you want? Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And then the most important part, you have lots of neighbours here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you're all the same. Apart from the fact they were born at the shop. You ask, what does it indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, let's start over. This time try and avoid the stupid hamster analogy. You know I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. It is impossible though. I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they go into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. When she starts getting distracted and going off on tangents, it confuses my brain for some reason. Oh, right. From my 317 friends, 68 of them were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them liked drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modelling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59.5 friends on each side. Alright? You can split the numbers evenly, no problem, but the math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I know, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. I don't think that's the case. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is a friend. I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve the formula, you'll be able to predict your program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You know, me and this narrator, well, he's not a narrator, but me and this imaginary friend that you've got going on here, we're on the same page. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. Sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. Someone appeared. There's no real person, no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moments, I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think he's trying to say something. I can see myself. I can see that myself. If only I knew what. It looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. Firefly stopped glowing for a moment after that. So who was she speaking to on the web that was pretending to be a real person? I'm a bit confused. I've lost that, I think. Then it starts glowing again, as if it's coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of action, and then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you, I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story, maybe. So if we do everything right, she'll finish the story, right? Okay. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Right, okay, so finish searching. I don't think we're even remotely done yet. Right, okay. I doubt it. All of the compartments are locked. What if... I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. Fair, fair. Umbrella. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that I can't... Wow, I'm stuck on this one. It's such a blessing that I can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. But you should probably just check everything, really. Pills. Okay, there's nothing over here. We can check the fan. There's a bag. We've got a book here. What is this? This is my sketchbook. Half its pages are blank, which means it's still good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll just buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realise what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Or maybe you can ask your mum to buy you one. Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form a coherent sentence? Don't play dumb. Ask your mum to buy you a notebook instead. Instead, you want me to form a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? And how would I be able to decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're such a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get close to the sketchbook, stepping over my wires, the sleeping bag, and the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Okay, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no. I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with a headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling pages have stopped. Even though the wind is still howling from every direction, it can only mean one thing: the notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look if I wait a little longer. If I wait. Open your eyes. No. It's okay, just do it. No way. I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. She's just going to keep going. Calm down. Come on. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle, no drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know, did you? You're the smart one here, you tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it, I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder until the pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way, everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it, I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops for a moment. The world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up into my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Are we running short on time? I mean, you're technically in your own bedroom, so you can take as long as you need. Lights? Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would a firefly be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposely want to lower their self-esteem. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to pause for a second just because I need a drink. Right, so the next thing is the bag, I think. We've got a fan. We've got notes on the side, but that seems to be it from what I can see, apart from this situation right here. Right, we'll check the bag first. I look down. My school bag, worn and silly. It's almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into sticky, mushy substance. Your mind really is playing tricks on you. What cool image. I need to remember this. Why is senseless cruel? I don't understand. It's not really cruel, is it? It's a bag. Totally not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag. Instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks. I've taken all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most, though? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it. Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. I'm gonna say that she's projecting here. Not projecting. She's not giving us the full story, let's just say. I don't even know what I said then, but I just clicked it. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realised some time ago that the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mum greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. And what happened then? I guess that special day had absolutely no meaning to you. Like I told you, it was just a normal day. Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Oh, fine. That day, my dad picked me up from school earlier, explained to me that I need to grow up. See, it's different. She's telling us a different story. Well, it's the same story, but with extra details sprinkled in. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mum greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. The scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done. Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mum greeted us there, we had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this any further. No, you'll tell me again. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mum was not home. Again. I hate Mum so much. What happened next? Suddenly I feel someone's eyes on my back, knowing that these moments should never have been ignored. Should never be ignored. I turn around, but there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my back again, light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts, and also there's a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean, you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room, that's why I see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. So are you just seeing this inside her head then? The whole situation here? It seems like that might be the case. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see the small insect crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. Probably because it's holding that story within it. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Right, okay, so we've got the fan now. Hee. What's so funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that's looking straight into a giant fan, and I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage that it's locked in, and then a cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Okay, so the fan was a no-go. That had nothing going on for it. Right, so we've got the radio, we've got these notes. I think the notes might be the last thing, apart from this. And what are those? Ah, those. Those are the photos of my best memories, but they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. And now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. There's cracks in the walls? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. Okay, so they were like a nothing thing. Right, okay, there is absolutely nothing. I'm just going to double check. There's 3 radios here. I'm curious as to whether or not they do something, but they seem to just play songs for some reason. What is that? What's this? What was that? You didn't say anything. Oh, we still got the bed to do. I didn't even remember that as an option. What was that on the floor? Why did she just pick it up and not say anything about it? Curious. Right, bed. Hee, this is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of their favourite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks and return myself to my senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary. They're always the cause of insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said searching here is meaningless. Okay. Why can we not press the milk? Why can we not press the milk? I want to know. Right, okay, we're just going to have a little extra scan over everything and make sure there's no little extra little tiny bits to do here. I want to know what this thing is. There's paper here. And then there's nothing else. We can't look at the the boxes here, but I am assuming it's pill boxes. It's got to be, right? Or milk. We've just bought a ridiculous amount of milk, so I guess we just finished searching, maybe. Okay. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess what? I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all, a zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? Well, that's not necessarily the case. Different forms of happiness, I will say. You shouldn't think too much, it always hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? I'll go to the balcony and breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone's watching me. Right, okay. There's no way somebody can... That's a horrible thing to say. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with the silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous. Like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill? Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. It's goodbye then. No. I have one more small favour to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favour? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute. You're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. No, you! What is the favour that you need? You still didn't tell me what the favour was. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. So she's not dreaming, potentially because of the medicine. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it first. Of course I'll believe you. I know it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and then started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected places, bulging eyes, and with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters and eyes were hanging over me, hissing. It was horrible. It's like you were dreaming while you were awake. And well, deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them, and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I... Still too scared to tell me? Of course. They're still listening, you know. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realise that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Or how about we just do her a favour? Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Oh, this seems familiar. Okay, I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley in an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. Who the hell is this? I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around to see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have my name? Do you have a name? Mine's Treska. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young and already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know there's... What? Who? Haven't they told you anything? I know there's... There is to know for one. What? Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know for one. Right, okay, that makes sense. I was missing a word there. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Treska says... Treska says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird. Constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko. And his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go, I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Treska puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Who's speaking here? I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Who is this weirdo? Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Treska was always walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. Wasn't this exactly what we were doing at the start? In the end, the trip took longer than it should. Okay, after reaching the store doors, we were greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this, someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. What's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but the scary-looking man suddenly appeared from behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes, so they are changing the sign every 5 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh yeah. And we're back in the store. After another round of going across a long row of canned products, we realise that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Treska lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their backs to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear. I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets. But my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grabbed Treska's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and his eyes popped. He's also shaking. Scary man. Only when we turn around the second... where did I get that from? Only when we turn around the corner, Treska calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. What? No, not again. Suddenly, Treska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand, his face burning. He's crying. Things are confusing here, I'm not gonna lie. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Just like me. Annoying other people is wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean, Sniff. Who, me? And he runs away. Treska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. I haven't heard anyone say drat in a long time, since, you know, that's like a cartoon villain kind of thing to say, I think. At the edge of my vision, I see the store's staff hang a new sign in the door. 10 minutes? There you are. I meet Treska in the cash register, but before that I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where that was. Hey you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that was formed after Treska. I squeeze through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond, he just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk laying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. There's a waiting fee? For milk? That's what we're buying, right? What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Treska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a... I'm not saying that. But... You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote at the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab the bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving. Treska. We spend a whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards the gas station. There, Treska finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. Weirdly enough, we were talking about ice cream and walking back from the store last time. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know... He turns away from the path and starts walking straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. Wasn't there a truck last time? That's got me concerned. That's a creepy face. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Treska's eyes. What? Oh, there's letter O again right there. What happened there? I don't understand that. Did she dream? Is that what she's getting emotional over? I don't really understand. And what was the deal with the boy? And that looks like it's it. I have questions, so many questions. So much confusion in my head. That was great. That was so much better than the first one. The first one was good because it was just like mysterious and confusing and told a deeper story than it initially let on, which is similar to this really, but this one was just so much more detailed. I liked it. Right, we're going to leave it there. That was milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. That was cool. I felt like the character was a lot more relatable in a weird way than she was before because there was just so much more information, you know? But yeah, anyway, we'll leave that there. I hope you liked it. If you did, like and subscribe. Think about clicking that bell icon if you want updates as and when new episodes come out. And I will see you again for something equally weird or cool next time. Bye for now.